Welcome to Yellow Skunk Farms, everybody. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21, please leave the channel now. We appreciate it. We are sponsored by APSUsoil.com. Go check out what they got. You can purchase a bag. It's most of the stuff is free shipping anywhere in the United States. We would appreciate that. That kind of helps us out. Simply by purchasing something from him. You can see what we did yesterday. Looks pretty damn good too, if I might say myself. Let me extend this out a little bit. Looks pretty good. So we had this set up yesterday on my live yesterday. You can go to the live and you can see what we added here. We added some height to the side walls here. I used what I had around here. I was trying not to have to go hunting for more rock. Might put another one on that corner right there if I find the right curved one. But for now, it's going to be good. We're going to... Oh, look at the creek. I mean, it is like glass, like all the way around. Okay. No, I have run my hand around this thing 1,000 times. I did it before. But now, I mean, it is... I used a whole can in here. Oh, it looks like a river going through here. I think I just busted my finger hitting it on it. But it's like a river of pond shield. Like a rock. Slick as eel snot. But don't hold water now. Fuck it. Let it leak. Pond's been holding water. I don't have any more water in my trap hole, but every time I turn it on, I end up getting water in my hole after about 24 to 48 hours. So the only thing that was happening, the only place I was losing water was right here. And what was happening was it was building up on these, because we were here, and we raised it up. You can see where we raised it up. We're just going to let this cure. We'll come back with the pond shield and just hit this with the pond shield, seal it up. We've had the heat lamp on that right there all night. Well, not all night, but yesterday afternoon till the lights went out, and then this morning that heat will come up through here. We got a fan on it down there running around, so she'll be fine. As soon as this cures up nice by this afternoon, we'll put some pond shield on that. We put more up here. I mean, we used it all. I mean, I fucking put it on everything. Hole is there. Sealed all the way around. Whoop. So we added this rock right here that raised up, which allowed this water here to not fall as far to hit that rock, which was creating a huge splash. Now it's hitting on the edge of this, and most of it's going back down in there. And then we're putting this right here, and that blocks just about all the splash. You can come in here with something, well, tear it the fuck down. How about that? Set it there. Set this something like right in here. Or maybe this way. Yeah. That looks natural, like something just fell over, you know. Splash. Instead of it coming all out, it's hitting that wood, falling back down into the creek. And this splash back here, that's been raised up, so it's not falling as far. You get good turbulence through there. So, we made the necessary repairs. What we needed to do to create, or to hold back that splash, we sealed up this completely. We don't have any more water in our hole down there. Dry. Well, there's some around the edges, but for the most part, dry. So, Monster Monstera is being a monster. We got Pooter over here digging in. The pond looks crystal clear. Plinko still sitting in the same spot. We got Cooter over here. Looking good. There's Plinko moving around. He's been acting weird lately. Not really eating. I don't see him eating much, just sitting still. I don't know what he's going through. Nothing looks out of whack. Everything else looks good. Maybe he's still recovering from the crash. That's been 30 days ago. Nothing else seems to be hurt. We got mollies. You know, the mollies would be the first to go. There's a little baby molly down there. I have seen shrimp over there. They usually hang up underneath those logs and rocks. Flower is day 66, and we're going to be choppy some of this here shortly. This is about where I like it. Look at that bug. Oh, he gone. Oh, no, that's a fly. Is that a fly? Yeah, it's a fly. A little gnat flying around here. I mean, they're super tight. Oh, and they are deliciously funky. This one here has got some time. You know, this one was about a week behind the rest. It smells so good. That's that lunar cheese. Lunar Kim. Excuse me, Lunar Kim. Terps on them are very nice. They definitely got the stress, I'll tell you that. I know this one over here, the Orange Lean, is definitely ready. She needs to go. We're going to take the tops first. Let's see where this one still growing a little bit. Still putting out a little bit. But for the most part, they're done. To my liking, anyway. Everybody likes to say, another week? You could have gone another week. Yeah, whatever. I like them right in here. Nice and cloudy. Little specks of amber in there, but they'll continue, you know, They might degrade a little bit during the dry and cure. Hopefully not so much. I used to do a lot of, I used to pluck early just because my dry and cure was way off. Now I got the Canatrol and I can maintain temp and dew point and dry the flowers super fast. But this here, you know, stuff like this takes longer than stuff like that down there to dry. So we take I'll take these first, put them in the Canatrol. For 4 days they'll be getting the moisture wicked out of them. And then they'll probably go another 4 days of the moisture, where these smaller buds will only take 4 days to pretty much suck all that extra moisture out. And then it goes into the cure phase, where another 4, I like to go 10 to 14 days in the cure. And she's ready to rock after that. So you're looking at, I like a good 30-day cure, or dry and cure total. Good 30 days is where I like to be. And at that point, it is usually, now I am smoking it before that, just testing it, and I'm telling you, the best results I get is about that 30-day mark. At the end of that 2.5, 3 week period of the cure is when I get the best flavor. And that's just my experience with where my settings are on the Canatrol. And that's with pretty much any kind of dry and cure. It seems to be where I get the best results here in my area with my environment around here. So it's all going to change depending on your environment. So you just got to dial your own environment in. If you don't have a Canatrol or a way to, like most people use their tent that they were growing in, just shut it down and dry and cure in that, or get you another tent. Have 2 tents, you know, one for dry, one for growing, and one for dry and cure. Maybe when you're not drying and curing, you can use that one for your clones or your seedlings or whatever else you want to do, food. But you can shut that one tent down and turn it in, get you maybe a little mini AC, or just do the room down cold, whatever you got going on. But you don't really have to be that cold. You just need to hold. I like to be around, you know, my Canatrol is set at 68, 54% dew point. So that seems to be where everybody, their research got the best results. And under their research, they have pretty much the same environment I'm in, so I was just going off of that. But it seems to be you can be from 68 to 73, and sometimes even a little higher in the dry. And then to cure and maintain, it's just 68 to 73, maintaining that temperature, and then maintaining that, you know, 60% humidity, or the dew point at 54%. Just kind of like think of it as a wine cellar. Like you want to maintain that temperature and humidity, just like a cigar box or a wine cellar or a flower box. And that's what we're drying here. We want to try and preserve what we got. And that's how we've been doing it. Well, we were doing it before without the Canatrol in a tent. Or in my bathroom too. I ended up in my bathroom with the clay tile. I mean, not clay tile, with the tile in the shower. So I just took the shower curtain down, hung everything on the shower railing, closed the door, turned the vent on, put a mini AC in there, trying to keep me at 68 degrees. And then I put a humidifier in. I had to put a humidifier because depending on what time of the year you're drying, you know, could be summertime, could be wintertime. Everything's different. That's why having the Canatrol was so nice. I could just set it in my living room and set it on a setting and not have to worry about it being, you know, 40% humidity in my room, always filling up a dehumidifier, all that bullshit. And it's just a lot easier for me. But yeah, there are a lot of other products. So we interviewed dude the other day with the Herbs Now. He's got it where you can just buy this Herbs Now little container, and I haven't used it, but he's selling a lot of them. So he's getting temperatures up there around probably 75, 76, 78, somewhere around in there, and drying it in, 5-10 days until the stems break, until they snap, and then putting them in grove bags and going from there. But getting that moisture out as fast as possible is key, and then holding dew point and temperature at that stage to preserve the terps. I mean, it's pretty simple, very basic knowledge. I mean, it's just like if you're trying to store grapes or you're trying to store anything that has terps in it. In order to keep that from degrading, you've got to maintain temperature and humidity, put it in some type of cool box, like you would flour. You go into a florist, you open up the cool box, the flowers are nice and crisp, they stay a long time. Not forever, but they will stay a lot longer. That's just my experience anyway. Everything else is looking good. This moss I put in here is just staying super wet. Got it just connected to the edge right here. And it is wicking a tremendous amount all the way to the back. We sent some soil to mow. We got soil. Took some soil from right here. Right there. That's number 1 spot. And then the number 2 spot, we took 2 different spots from over here. I took a little bit from right here, and I took a little bit from over there, a little closer. And then I did the same over there, kind of in the middle and kind of close to we sent him some algae out the creek. So we're going to be looking at that, hopefully, if not today. I know it won't be there today, but next week we'll definitely be looking at it. Most of these flowers, we'll be going back into veg mode here, planting new seeds as soon as I'm going to do a quick reset. I'm not going to probably have these the plants already coming up. We're gonna actually plant them like in I'm gonna put them in a little root riot. And see, I've got this IMO 5 over here going. If I can get the top open. See, we got like pumpkins growing in there. But it smells. Look, there's another one coming up over here. I don't even know how they got in there. But the smell in here is amazing. It smells like forest floor. Oh yeah. It's just smells so rich. And we got good. I mean, if the seeds are popping, we are ready to rock. I mean, they don't last long. They don't. I mean, I've got them in a freaking container with no light. I mean, there's light getting through here. It's yellow, so it's not, but still, very little. You can see they're coming on up. It's a good sign that there's grass growing. I just saw that. But yeah. That is a good sign. It tells us we're not hot. That's for sure. There's moisture in there. Look at all that water. Chop and drop, baby. Got this one popping up over here. I don't even know where the seeds. I didn't put no seeds in there. Must have been in the rabbit cage. what she was eating, probably. The seeds from what the rabbit was eating. Food up eater's got a lot of like pumpkin seed or different types of seed in it that she likes to chew on. Yeah, we're gonna take that. We're gonna take our little. We got these root or organic plugs. So these. Got this nice little hole there. You just stick seed. These are great for cuttings, seedlings. I got them off Amazon. They're like 100 for like 40 bucks. Shit, 100 lasts me a long time. But yeah, just take them. Get them over here. They don't really break down. Like this is what you can see. There it is, right there. But they make great homes for biology. They don't break down that fast, but it doesn't really matter if it breaks down because look at the surface area in it. So biology will just get in there and create a home and go to town. Roots love them, so we'll just take them. Once they get to about this big, but this time we're going to top off. So we're going to top off with this. Put that in here. Plant our seed, and then just put these right in top of that and let the roots just go right down into it. That's how we plan on doing our seeds next. Might add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know. We've got APSU over here providing us with all different types of soils that are specific. Bog plants, they're all just got different type, like desert biome, got a lot of sand in it. You got the forest biome, that's what I want. I want to put that forest biome in the island biome. So the forest and the island, I'm going to mix a little bit of that in with that. Top dress. We'll be off to the races. This one over here is already topped with full of APSU living and super soil. You can see our sweet potato is going crazy. Grasses are growing. Tomato plant's getting bigger. Got it staked up. So once we flip, we're going to go to 16 hours on with the Grandmasters. And 8 hours off. It'll be 16-8 going on in here, and then we'll go back down to 12-12 when we're ready. We're not doing 18 because 18 is just too much. We get crazy growth in here, and it gets crazy. You can already see the Monstera is going to get out of hand. When we go into, I mean, it gets this big at 12 hours of light. Imagine what it does at 16. It's going to be dumb. It's already taken over everything over here. You should see it when we first put it in. It wasn't even coming over the wall here. It was only like 3 leaves. Now it's, we got a new one coming back there. Look at all these. Look at the roots. Stretches all the way around over here. This one here is 3-footer. There's the water. I'm going to have to cut some of that grass out too. So when I cut these flowers out, like I'm going to chop down the Empress tree, like where it's going. It'll come back. Don't worry, it'll come right back. We're going to chop that down. We're going to come up over here. We can climb on all this. We're going to walk. We're going to thin this grass out a little bit. You can see where we've cut it before. So it just gets out of hand and it'll start overtaking and clogging You know, we have to come in here and just clean some of this out every once in a while. But it's full of roots. Just full of fucking roots. And it's just gonna clog up every once in a while. Look at that over there. Put it in the soil. You see our grasses are coming on back strong. Got a little yellow leaf there, but now we know. This one's falling off. Yeah, put that over here. So all these are rooting in the creek. So you can see they're rooted. This one will continue to go on across. All these roots are in the creek. All this is in the creek. All this was dying off during the crash. This is how I know we're coming back strong. All this is back. It's hard to believe that was that those lights did all that. Just that far red just crushed everything. Oh, let me check our pad here. Oh my God. Look at it. Look at the springtails and the life. I mean, they're just eating that poo up. Man, I can't believe I've been 26 minutes. I've been almost 30 minutes this morning. Look at the earwig. They're all up in. Imagine all of them up inside there. All the little springtails and everything that can get up in. That's why I like using these big pads, because it's got that big lot of surface area. Look at all the surface area in there. They can. It's like a beehive. They can just go in there and crawl around and eat it. And they eat all this and they poo it out right there. Nothing but newts, baby. Nothing but newts. So when they're done, like this afternoon, I'll just take the water hose, or I'll take this, put it in a bucket of water, just slosh it around, clean it up. Take that water, pour it on my outdoor plants, and start over. Put that pad right there, put a rock on it, and go from there. What this stuff here catches. This is what we have to do when those branches and stuff catch the poo like this. It's our job to just pull it out and put it in the soil. That's stewardship. See? That's all we gotta do. Let the critters do the rest. Alright. I think we're done for today. We probably will go live again today. I like going live, so we will, this is solid. We can turn it back on. We can put the sand and silt back in. I feel comfortable that it is like glass. It's not soft at all anywhere. It is like a rock. So, I feel comfortable putting water in it. We can put sand and silt back in it. I feel comfortable that it's not leaking. The pond's not leaking. I haven't seen any more water other than what was, there. Pond's been holding water. Yeah, all we gotta do is put the sand and silt back in. We'll wait for the pond shield. Wait for the concrete to finish curing up. That'll be good by this afternoon. Pond shield that. We'll be ready to rock. I hope. So, tune in later and have a great Thursday, and we'll see you. Peace.